First of all, we will start again. We will start with the basic idea. That is, your prelims examination is going to happen in few days. That is, in 25 days, you are going to have your prelims examination. And the idea you need to focus is that this preparation is very important, or this 25 days is very important for you. That is, whenever you prepare for civil services examination or civil service, specifically civil services prelims examination, I hope you all completed your first round of revision. We have already completed, given you timetable, given you with necessary tests and all, and I hope you have completed the first round of revision. That is, first few revisions would have been completed, and the final round of revision, this is very important. The last 25 days is very important for you. So during this period, or during this idea, or whenever you want to prepare for the final 25 days, what you are going to have is that you may be having certain kind of tension, or you may be having certain kind of panic. So remember one thing, we can definitely clear this prelims examination at ease, because prelims is not that unpredictable. Prelims is actually predictable. Only thing is that your behavior is not predictable. Your focus on revision is not predictable. The only thing we need to focus is that revise, revise, and revise. Revise, revise, and practice. Make it that revise, revise, and practice. That is very important. So the idea is that you're going to revise for next 20 days or 30 days, and after that we will be having, or we will be analyzing a certain strategy for prelims examination. Now we are going to understand certain important things to do and things not to do during this coming 25 days. So first of all, first points to remember whenever you start your final 25 days of preparation, you need to focus on few things. The first one is, don't panic. That is, panic is one of the major thing that is going to affect you. Do not panic. Never panic in this kind of periods. This is the most efficient period you are going to have. For example, in the past few months, or if you consider the period of January, say February or March or April or May, you would have prepared well, or you would have understood certain things very well, but the issue was that your actual or final output was not there. For example, you consider you are in college. If you are in college, you prepare for your examination on the day before, or the few days before the examination, and your preparation level or your efficiency is very good. Similar to that, the last 25 days is going to give you the maximum efficiency. So focus on this. Avoid panic. So you need to focus on avoiding panic. Panic must be avoided. Do not worry about anything. Just focus on giving your best, or whatever you need to revise, revise it. Never panic in these 25 days. And first thing is panic on, and I believe that, or I know that, I personally know that whenever I give mentorship to people, whenever I give certain guidance to people, I personally came across the situation which is supposed to be this panic. That is, people do have panic in this period, I know that, but keep your calm. Do not worry. You have already prepared, you have already revised it once or twice or thrice, and now you are going to attempt this. Never panic and get affected by the panic in your prelims examination. Only focus on your preparation, nothing else. And next one is, the next point you need to remember is that the materials to be used. For example, most of the time the people will be preparing with Lakshmikant, will preparing with NCRTs, will be focusing on Spectrum Modern India, and all the standards books will be focused on in the initial period. As the time goes, or as the prelims become closer and closer, we are going to focus upon, or we will be having certain idea regarding some other textbooks, or a friend of us will be talking about some ABC textbook related to geography or economy or ecology or Indian polity, and we believe that that textbook will be worth doing, or we will be believing that, or we will be focusing on studying that also. That results in actually your failure, because never try to go for new textbook for your revision. Revise your textbook. You have already understood the concepts from these textbook. You have underlined this textbook. You have make note. you have already made notes from that, and you can very easily revise if you are using this standard textbook used by yourself. That is the idea. Do not focus on any other material. Whatever material you have already read, focus on that. That is very important. New material should not be focused upon. Instead, you are going to focus only on the existing, or you are already the textbooks you are already using. Give importance to that. And also, the next thing is prioritize. That is, you need to prioritize the subjects. You need to understand the importance of each subject. For example, somebody will be studying international organization all day long, all the week long, and 5 days long. Every day, people will be studying international organization. This organization will be there, that organization will be there. People will be discussing on that. But maximum questions that is going to be in your prelims examination from international organization is one or two. It is not worth doing that. You giving the next 25 days for international organization is not worth doing. What is worth is that you need to focus on Indian polity, you need to focus on geography, you need to focus on ecology and environment, you need to focus on economics. These are the important prioritized subjects for your prelims examination, not the other one. International organization, most probably there will be one, two, or maximum three questions will be there, and most probably it will be very easy to answer or not at all easy. Everyone will be having issues with some questions. So it will be in the either end of your chart. It will be very easy or it will be very hard to answer that. So even if you learn maximum, or even if you learn every international organization, there will be some questions that you cannot answer. Then the idea is that whenever you are preparing for your civil services prelims examination, do prioritize what to learn or what to understand. That should be your priority. Okay, that should be your idea related to your preparation. Prioritizing is very important. That is very critical. Revise according to the importance of subject. For example, in Indian polity, there will be around 15 to 20 questions will be there. That is very critical. If you are not answering those 20 questions, you are definitely going to fail. So prepare on the basis of the importance of each subject. Economics, there will be possibility of more and more questions from economics. There is a possibility that current affairs from economics will be questioned in your prelims examination. There will be a possibility that ecology, more and more ecology will be there. At least 15 to 20 25 questions will be there from ecology. Modern India history, ancient India, modern India, medieval India. Give importance to modern India, give importance to art and culture. That is where you prioritize your subject. That is prioritize. That is also very important. And finally, mock test. What about mock test? Do you want to prepare or do you want to take mock test? Definitely yes, you are going to take mock test. It should be on a daily basis. Do not go for a 100 question test. Instead of that, you can go for a 15 question test, or you can go for a 10 question, 20 question, maximum of 20 to 25, maximum of 50 question. That is enough for one day. These questions need not to be taken on a very strict or pressurized environment. Instead, go for a lenient approach. Read the question, try to answer that. After that, read the answer key. If you have missed anything, try to read that also. That is fine. Do not give mock test on the basis of how much mark I am going to get. Do not think that I got around 90 marks or I got only 50 marks, so I'm going to fail, I'm not going to attempt. That should not be your policy. Instead of that, your policy should be take the test, understand the topic which is being mentioned in the question, and revise it. That is fine. Do not go for the how much mark you are getting from the test. That should be the strategy. So that is the fourth one. That is mock test. Mock test should also be focused. So four items that four basic priorities that you should follow. Do not panic. No, do not follow new material. Do prioritize and do mock test. Okay. Am I clear? I hope that is clear. You can also directly contact us if you anyone need any support regarding prelims examination. Do contact us on this number. We can definitely help. We can give mentorship for you. 8138000360. And regularly we are going to take classes on this platform. You can definitely take classes on this hear classes regularly. This is also very important for you. So we will be taking certain classes, important classes for the prelims examination in the coming 20 days. We will discuss that later. So these are the points you need to remember. And as we understood the basics of your strategies, we will elaborate on the strategies that required for the prelims examination. First of all, subjects to be focused. How you can arrange your subjects. How much subject is there? Around 10 subjects is there for your prelims examination. There is ancient, medieval, and modern history. Then Indian polity is there, ecology is there, art and culture is there, economics is there, current affairs is there, international organization is there. Around 10 to 12 topics we can identify differently or distinctly. We can identify that. So first of all, subjects to be focused. So the idea is that you should divide your subject into two. That is, first one is static subject and second one is dynamic subject. There is static subject where you are going to understand the concepts from the textbook, where you are going to understand the concepts from the textbook. For example, Indian polity, you are going to read Lakshmian. For geography, you are going to read the NCRTs. For history, you are going to read spectrum NCRTs, Tamil Nadu NCRT, etc. Economics, Shankar Ganesh, or whatever material you already focused upon. And ecology, you can go for any standard textbook, that is fine. And for art and culture, again you are going for Nitin Singhania or the textbook Introduction to Fine Arts by NCRT. So the idea is that these static portions for you, the most of the questions from the in the prelims examination or GS paper will be in this from this portion, that is 70 percentage, at least two-thirds of the total subjects, total portions will be or total questions will be from this portion only, that is Indian polity, geography, history, economics, ecology, and art and culture. So what you are going to do in this static portion is that there is 6 different topics. Okay, I'm giving you one strategy. You can also rework out this strategy and develop the strategy as your requirement according to your preparation level. That is, there is 6 different subjects. Okay, consider this is 6 different subjects, and you can give at least 4 days for each. That means 24 days. You can complete everything. Indian polity, definitely you can complete it in 4 days. You can first of all understand that along with static subject, you should also focus on dynamic subjects in a day. That is current affairs. Current affairs should also be learned. Current affairs and science or technology should also be learned along with you are preparing for along the period you are preparing for the static portion as well. That is static subjects. When you learn static portion, you are going to give at least 4 days for one subject. For example, in the history, if you can complete economics in 2 days, that is fine. That is very good for you. Basics of economics can be completed in very short time. And if you have any days for or you have very fast preparation, or you can prepare or revise very fast, allocate the remaining portions to tighter subject. For example, revising history in 4 days is okay, it can be done, but it may take 5 or 6 days, no problem. At the same time, if you consider art and culture does not require 4 days, it can be prepared in 1 or 2 days, and allocate the remaining period to history. That is, on an average, 4 days you are going to use Indian polity, geography, history, economics, and art and culture. And if you want to reduce the or if you want to go for another round of revision, for example, a 7-day revision, that is, first we have completed a 60-day revision in the previous session, and now we are going to a 30-day session, and you believe that there is a 7-day session. 7-day session, it would also be good. So if you want to go for another round of revision, make it 3 days. Give yourself time, or give yourself time. Do not overlook the content. Do not skim through the content. Instead, revise whatever you have made. For example, you have made certain kind of notes. Revise that. You have made or you have underlined the standard textbook. You listen or you revise the content and understand why you have given underlining on that. Okay, so that should be your strategy. Give importance to your material, and you are going to revise it in a very timely manner. Maximum days you can spend on one single subject is 4 days, and the exception is that for history you can give take some other topics days from other topics and leave it to history. For I know reading ancient medieval and the Indian modern Indian history is little bit tough, but you can allocate or arrange according to your comfortability. There is no issues. And for static subjects, the first of all for Indian polity, you may have already read and revised the Lakshmigan. You may have already completed the Lakshmigan. Take the same textbook. Do not go for any other textbook. Take the same textbook you have already used for your preparation. You have already underlined that. You have already made note in the sites, or you have already made a note out of that. Whatever it is, take the same textbook and revise that. Indian polity, that is very important. For geography, go for NCERT. That is not the requirement. If you want, or if you have already read Cochin Liam, that is also fine. Go read that also. That is fine. No other thing is required for geography or Indian polity. That is Indian polity. Already we have learned about NCERTs. If you have made a note on NCERTs, go for that. No need for revising it further. NCERT, that is not worth for that. One-time revision. That is the idea of NCERT. And second one, geography, revise NCERTs. Most of the questions will be from NCERT. Understand the concepts, revise the concepts. Also identify certain important current affairs related to geography. For example, cyclones in Arabian Sea. That is very important. Understand the data. We have already asked you about or given with the certain data in the IPL sessions, and we have already given questions on the basis of Arabian Sea cyclones, etc. So revise that. And if you have not taken these test, go for these tests and go for a Google search. What is the condition of Arabian Sea cyclones? What happened? What is the data related to, or factual value related to the cyclones in Arabian Sea? That is very important. Next one is history. For ancient history, it would be wise to go for NCERT and Tamil Nadu SCERT. No other textbook is required. On revision, you just focus on NCERT and the history, Tamil Nadu history textbook. No other textbook is required. And for modern India, go for 8th standard NCERT and also modern India spectrum textbook. 8th standard NCERT is a 2 volume in there. Go for that, and also you can also go for economics. Sorry, you can also go for Spectrum Modern India textbook for history. That is the strategy for that. For economics, whatever material you have done. For example, somebody would have gone for Ramesh Singh, somebody would have gone for the basic Shankar Ganesh. Whatever it is, revise that and also read NCERT macroeconomics. That is fine. And for ecology, we have already covered the biology, 4 chapters for biology. And along with that, whatever materials you have, it would have been Shankar IAS, it would have been PM of IAS, whatever it is, or it would have been the material from CIVILS 360. You can also go for that. Okay, any material is fine. Whatever the materials you have learned or understood, go for that. And finally, art and culture. Related to art and culture, go for Introduction to Fine Arts NCERT. And also, if you have already read the Nitin Singhania, go for that. If you have not read the Nitin Singhania, no need for revising it or no need for reading it. That is a very bulky textbook. It is only useful if you have already learned about this art and culture. So these are the strategies. We have identified static subject, that is Indian polity, geography, history, economics, ecology, and art and culture. We have allocated time, that is 4 days for one subject, and there is certain exceptions for history as well. And related to this, topics or the materials required is also mentioned. That is fine for static subjects. And next comes the dynamic subjects. For example, science and technology, current affairs, international organization, and economics. Most of the time, the current affairs questions may be from economics. And during this period, that is whenever question is on, for example, question is from economics, you need to understand certain current affairs also. For example, there may be questions from Operation Twist, there may be questions from prepaid purchase instrument, PPAs, or e-rupees, or whatever it can be. There can be several questions based on that also. For these dynamic topics, what you should be focusing is that give importance to science and technology. Okay, you would have already made the content, or you would have already made the notes, or you would have already read a material, any current affairs composition is fine, but revise that. That is very necessary. Do not leave those material or do not take new materials for revision. Just focus on the existing material and revise it thoroughly. Revise regularly and revise it thoroughly. That is the important thing we are going to focus revision. And related to the revision of dynamic topics, it should be revised daily. This will help in two things, that is completion of entire thing, that is you can complete it in a very regular manner. You can complete it by the the end of the 20 or 25 days, and also it will help you to avoid boredom. For example, an entire day reading Indian polity, that may not be suitable. If you are comfortable, you can go for that, but it would be wise to go for some other topics. For example, we are going to read science and technology, or we are going to read current affairs from Indian polity. Whatever it is, you should read that on a daily basis. You mix your static portion and your dynamic portion. Whenever you mix these things, it will be very easy to complete your portion and avoid boredom. And related to this dynamic portion, you give importance to current affairs, international organization, economics, all the current affairs, and science and technology. For this, you can go for any of the composition which you have already used. Do not go for a new material. Do not go for a new content. Instead of that, you should be focusing on the existing materials. Okay, that should be your strategy. Already used materials should be used for your preparation. And next one is, we have identified how to prepare or what type of materials should be prepared or strategy should be used. That is the first thing. We have identified the subjects. And next one, specifically related to materials to be focused. That is, only three materials are important for you. I'm not listing out materials for each of the topics, such as Indian polity. We have already discussed that. The materials that you are going to use is already used standard books, your notes, and already used current affairs notes. That is the strategy. Remember this thing. This is very important. Already used books. You already have underlined or whatever you have done in your textbook. Use the same textbook, which is very important. Consider your friend is using some other textbook and you believe that there can be a chance, or there is a chance of asking questions from that book. Do not go for that. Instead of that, you should be ready with the your book or already used books of yours or your standard books, either it in printed form or in a digital form, whatever it is, you're going to use that. And your notes, wherever it is. For example, it can be in your note, it can be in OneNote, it can be in Notion, or it can be in Handbook. Whatever it is, use that. Only use that. First one, only use your standard books, whichever one is, which one is already you have been using, use that. And second one, your notes. Do not follow any other notes, your notes. For example, some toppers notes will be coming out in next month. Okay, or top boards note will be coming in by September 20th or 25th. Do not run behind that. Your failure will be if you are following some other notes in the final period, you may fail because your revision will not be completed. Instead of that, your strategy is to follow or focus on the your notes and your standard books, and finally the material you have already used. For example, you have already learned from the newspaper, you have made notes for current affairs regularly. Definitely use that. That is the best thing you can do for your prelims examination. If you have already made notes for your notes from your Hindu or Indian Express or whatever material you are using, that is the best thing you can do. That is the idea you should be following. That is, the current affairs is very important and you can definitely get benefit out of that. So the materials to be used is your standard book, your notes, and your current affairs notes. Okay, whatever it is, use that. And we are moving to the final round, that is final ideas related to the strategy. The next one is, what about mock tests? Do we need to take mock test in the final days? Yes, of course, you need to take the mock test, but there is some difference. For example, you need not focus the or you need not focus on the complete test, or you need not focus on taking a complete test on a regular basis, that is on a daily basis. You should not be taking test 100 questions test. Instead of that, go for a maximum of 50 questions. That is, even that is not enough, go for at least 20 to 25, or time permits, you can go for 50 questions. That is fine. But the idea is that never work these mock tests for your marks. Do not focus on marks, just focus on the content you are getting. For example, if you are going to write a very hard full test for your prelims examination, you may get 50s or 60s or 70s or 80s or 90s. Okay, that may disencourage you, that may affect your preparation, that may affect your confidence. Instead of that, follow consider you are following a regular test series on a regular basis, weekly ones. For example, prelim sure test series of CIVILS 360. If you want to go for prelim sure test series of CIVILS 360, take it on a regular basis. For example, on Sundays you can definitely take one test series is fine. Weekly one test series, complete test series will be fine, no problem, but should not be taking on a daily basis. You should take a regular test on a regular basis. You should take test. That does not mean that you should go for a complete test. Instead of that, you can go for 15, 20 or 25 questions. You can go for IPL daily test, that is of 15 questions. Definitely go for that. That will be very good for you. And if you are going for some other academies, or you have already used some other academies test series, revise that. That is fine for you. And next one is, we have already given you faculty for the past 60 days, and it was around 300 or 350 topics, important topics for your prelims examination. Hope you have all completed that, and we will be continuing that for again for next 30 days. And the thing is that you need to revise it. You need to revise it. We will give you a compilation as well, a compilation of the entire 60 days. Revise it thoroughly. We have identified the most important topics for your prelims examination that even does not happen to be in the current affairs compilations. Very important for you. Follow that. Revise it wisely, and revise your prelims short test series, or whatever test series you have already taken. Revise it wisely. And the major important point is that take previous year questions regularly, at least 10 questions on a daily basis. Okay, from 2020 and backwards, you should take at least 10 to 20 questions regularly. Analyze why this statement is correct or why this statement is not true. Analyze that. Try to decode your content. Try to understand your strategies used by UPSC, or try to understand the pattern of UPSC. You may have very skilled in answering the question from a test series, but it is entirely different from the previous year questions of UPSC. So idea is that you are going to revise the previous year questions from 2013 onwards. It would be very good to revise from 2013 onwards, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. All this 19 and 20, all these things should be revised. That is very good for you. And these are the content that I wanted to share with you for the next 25 days. And related to your doubts, for example, if you have any doubts in preparing, do contact us on 8138000360 on Telegram or WhatsApp. We can definitely help you. We can schedule a mentorship session or 10 to 15 minutes or half an hour session for you. If you have any issues in any of the topics, do message in 8138000360. We have already taken mentorships. We can also add you to anyone. If you have not joined our academy for any courses, no problem. Anyone can join these courses, these mentorship session. Please schedule the session. If you want any help from us, please schedule this session. We will arrange a session for you. And again, do download the application. You can download the CIVILS 360 application from the Play Store. We are giving tests regularly, and also we are going to conduct on a regular basis. For example, important current affairs classes and CSAT revision classes will be taken on this platform on a regular basis. We will announce it in every day. If there is a class, we will be analyzed and announced and scheduled on a regular basis. You can definitely answer, or sorry, you can definitely attend the session and get maximum out of it. We will be having a maximum of 1 hour or 1.5 hours. That will be our strategy. It will be around. We will be taking the class in and around 4 to 5 p.m. That will be okay for you, I believe. And the classes will be of 1 hour sessions. We will be covering important topics, current affairs, and CSAT papers will be covered for you by in the next 20 days. And after that, we will be revising all the things again, and we will be confidently attending the prelims examination. So the first thing is you should focus on, again, I'm telling you that never go for new materials. Just focus on the existing material. We have already covered the material. Just focus on the material. Never use new material. Never use new materials because somebody else is doing that. Just focus on these materials, the basic material, and revise it regularly. That is the important thing. If you can revise it into 1 day, if you can revise it in 2 days, that is very good for you. Repeat it wisely, revise it wisely. That is important for you and your prelims examination. Our strategy is to get 125 plus. We are looking to make you all getting 125 plus. If you need any support on any subject, please do contact us. We can arrange a mentorship session for you. Our mentors will be contacting you. So I hope you all had certain ideas related to the strategies for your prelims examination. So that's it for today. We will see you again on the next day. From tomorrow onwards, there will be regular classes. Tomorrow topics will be given in the channel itself by today or tomorrow morning. So we will see you again tomorrow. Hope you all attend the sessions regularly, and do remember to take the mock test on a regular basis, not for marks but for content. So thank you all. See you